I like to think that I'm a pretty sympathetic person. But with that being said, one thing that I do not have any sympathy for is somebody who sits around all day making excuses as to why they cannot get the life that they want to live. Why they can't achieve everything that they want out of life. I do not understand that mindset. Matter of fact, I do understand that mindset because that used to be me. You know, I used to have a mindset of victimization. I used to blame other people for why I couldn't be where I wanted to be. Okay, but one day I realized that the victim mindset can only get you so far in life. Okay, when you have the victim mindset, what ends up happening is you plateau, you stagnate, you can't move any further because there are limitations, self-imposed limitations. And that's something that a lot of people don't understand, especially when they're stuck in the victim mindset, because all they can see is the life that they're living and the self-imposed limitations and boundaries that they've created. But because they believe that those boundaries are created or imposed by other people, they believe that they have no power over their situation. And to anybody who has that mindset, I'm here to tell you that you're simply wrong. Now, I want to tell you guys a few things that I had to do along my journey. Once I realized that excuses were no longer going to do it for me, they were not going to get me to where I wanted to go in life, these are some of the measures that I personally took. Now, I have made a video pretty similar to this a while back, but I left a lot of things out of that video. But, you know, I want to just talk about everything that I had to go through. Now, for one, once I dropped out of school and started my YouTube channel, I quickly realized that I was going to outgrow my equipment, okay, the equipment that I was using. I started off filming and editing my videos on the phone, but after a while, that was not cutting it for me. Now, a lot of people would have stopped right there. Okay, a lot of people would have said, oh, I just don't have the equipment for it. That's probably the most common excuse as to why people don't want to start a YouTube channel. They say that they don't have the equipment. Okay, Spiritual So, he has 1 million subscribers off of just his phone. Okay, but we're not talking about Spiritual So, we're talking about me. Okay, so what did I do? I went and got a job at H&M. I went and put in multiple job applications at multiple different places until I got a job offer. In my last vlog, I said that I had an interview at H&M and I stayed up till like 5 in the morning just practicing and like trying to do research and everything so I can, you know, do good. And I ended up getting hired. So I'm finally about to start making some money again. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I hate working. I despise working for other people. But I sucked it up because that's what I needed to do to take that next step. Now, when I got that job, pretty much all of the money that I was making was going towards equipment. Okay, a camera, a MacBook, editing software. I was spending my money just as quickly as I got it. It got to the point where I had like $100 to my name while I was working at a job. Okay, and all of this is documented. If you go back and look through my old vlogs, you can see this stuff. I documented this whole journey of when I started working at H&M and buying the equipment. You can see me unbox the MacBook. All of that is up there. The receipts are there. So after I got the MacBook, I started to produce higher quality content at a higher clip. But after a while, I started producing content once a week. Okay, I started making videos once a week because I was making excuses. I don't have enough time to post more than once a week because I have this job. I have a part-time job and I don't have enough time. I did have enough time. I just had bad time management. How can I say that I don't have enough time, but I'm spending multiple hours a day scrolling through Twitter? Truth be told, I had enough time, more than enough time, but I didn't use it correctly. And so, you know, my channel, it wasn't really growing at the rate that I wanted it to, but I was still seeing steady growth because I stayed consistent. Now, even though, you know, it was all on me for having bad time management, I sacrificed a lot. Okay, while working and doing YouTube at the same time, I sacrificed a lot. And my friends can attest to this. My coworkers at H&M, they could attest to this. Okay, I used to pull up to work off of like 2 hours of sleep. You know, at H&M, we had these shifts. They were called truck shifts. If anybody's worked retail, then you know about, you know, shipment, having to censor clothes and everything like that. At H&M, they had us do that at 7 o'clock in the morning. I live about 20 minutes away from H&M, the one that I worked at. So that means I was waking up at 5:30. Some nights, I'm up until 4 o'clock editing a video to get it ready. you know, doing these public interviews, things like that. So I'd pull up to work on like an hour and a half to 2 hours of sleep. And, you know, I'd do the best that I could. I couldn't keep up with the pace that they expected me to, but I still showed up. You know, I showed up and I at least tried. And then, you know, I'd have my 15-minute break and I'd take a nap. Like, I'd take a nap. I remember one time, it got to the point where I literally had to like take a few chairs and line them up and just go to sleep. And I woke up and the break room was like empty. Like, man, where the hell is everybody at? I didn't know how long I'd been asleep. You know, I lost track of time because I was gone. You know, I was tired. I was very, very, very tired. And, you know, that whole period from probably October of 2019 through about February of 2020, I really was not getting enough sleep. And, you know, it was taking a toll on my body, but I just wanted it that bad. There were no excuses. Okay, I was going to do whatever it took. Now, like I said, that could have been avoided had I had better time management. But nonetheless, I still made it work. Okay, and I probably missed like 2 uploads that whole time. Okay, I was very consistent with my uploads. And at one point, I was even uploading twice a week. Okay, which at the time, that was a lot to me. But, you know, that wasn't all. You know, doing those public interviews, from the outside looking in, oh, it's like a cool little 5 to 10 minute video of me asking people questions. You can ask my friends, okay? Ask my friends who used to do these with me. Shout out to my friends, man. They are some of the realest people on this planet. I swear by that, okay? They are some of the realest individuals that you will ever meet on this planet. They helped me make these videos and asked for absolutely nothing in return. They just wanted to see me win. That's why I keep them close to me to this day. But anyways, okay, those public interviews, I used to be out for like 10 hours, bro. No exaggeration. I used to go to the Galleria Mall pretty much every Saturday. Me and my friends, you know, I'd have to recruit people to, you know, do the camera work, people for the interview. If I was doing like a Mary Killer Smash and things like that, sometimes people would, you know, flake on me. I have to change my plans, all of that. Okay, that happened a lot, and it is what it is. You know, like I said, they weren't getting anything in return. So I can't hold that against anybody. But, you know, at the end of the day, I didn't let that stop me either. You know, I couldn't let anybody else get in the way of my success. So I'd be out there for 10 hours, me and my friends, filming this video. Sometimes it would take multiple days. Sometimes we might go to the mall at 3:00 p.m. and then we might only get 4 interviews done because, you know, people are just not wanting to do it, which that's another excuse right there. But at the end of the day, I didn't let that stop me. So, you know, the mall closes, we go over to downtown Dallas, Deep Ellum, and we interview people until 1:00 in the morning. Okay, and that's how, you know, we'd be out for 10 hours. And that whole time, I'm not eating, none of that. But, you know, I was so focused and I had so much adrenaline because it's what I love to do. I love producing content. And also, it's worth noting that I wasn't getting paid for YouTube. Okay, I was not getting paid for my videos at this time. I was doing all of this for free. I was staying up late. Okay, I was staying out doing these interviews, you know, downloading Tinder, all of that stuff. And I wasn't getting paid. I wasn't making any money for it. Okay, I went and bought Tinder Gold. You can go back and watch this on the videos. I bought Tinder Gold just to enhance my Tinder videos. I'm gonna buy Tinder Gold for 1 month because it lets you like see who already swiped right on you, so I can just swipe right on everyone that swiped right on me. I know I literally like just said 2 episodes ago that you should never pay money for these apps, and I still stand by that. I'm literally only doing this for the video, and I didn't make any money off of them, back then at least. Okay, so understand that I didn't let that stop me either. I put in all the effort that I could at the time, given my time management skills or lack thereof. But, you know, the reason why I did that is because I had a vision. I had the vision of what I wanted, and I wasn't going to let anything stop me from getting it. Absolutely nothing. Now, eventually I ended up quitting my job at H&M. That should be a little bit easier now because I quit my job. I put in my 2 weeks notice like a few days ago. That right there, that was the turning point for me. Because when I quit my job, I still wasn't making money on YouTube. I had about $600 saved up. But like I said, I just had a vision and a gut feeling that it was time to quit. Didn't make excuses. I did not make excuses at all. Once I quit my job, that right there, that is when my career on YouTube started. Because from that point on, I developed a pace of work. Okay, I developed a work ethic and a mindset that I have not lost to this day. Okay, I still have a stone cold mindset when it comes to YouTube. I'm a very, very disciplined person, and I've learned to channel my discipline and my passion and my ambition and all of my desire to YouTube. Okay, I don't make excuses. I simply take care of business. And that's the way that it's always going to be from here on out. Because I learned that excuses don't get you anywhere. Action is what gets you to where you want to be. Anybody can sit around the house all day talking about why they can't get the life that they want. But while you're sitting around doing that, there's somebody else out there that's taking action on a daily basis and making progress.